MTD CNC, bringing you the latest engineering news, reviews, events and special offers via video media.
So we've got here a Samsung PL45Y. This is a large turning centre and it's got a Y-axis and a long bed. So as expected with a machine of this quality, it's a box guideway machine with a one-piece casting. So it is for machining large shaft work. You can do milling on it, and with the Y-axis you can do off-centre milling and off-centre drilling. This particular machine has a different configuration of Y-axis. Rather than a compound slide, it's configured by two separate axes, and you can see the way that one axis will move and so will the other to give you your Y-axis. Now, why is that different and what does that offer? Well, it means that the machine is actually in a smaller or potentially smaller footprint, because a compound Y-axis does take up more space within the working envelope. It also can be faster, getting from point to point. Now, when we look at the spindle, it's a big spindle motor, 37 kilowatts, and when we look at the turning length, this particular model has got over 2 meters in turning length, and we've got the preparation for a steady here. We've got 2 doors, and we've got plenty of light and very good access. So who's going to look at this type of machine? Well, it's not for every subcontract machinist. It's a big machine, but it's got a lot of capability. If you're oil and gas, if you're exotic materials, large 15-inch billet work, 20-inch billet work, you can see that this chuck itself is actually capable of holding that type and size of component. Now, we've touched on the casting, and there's lots of characteristics with the build quality of a machine that need to be explored, and they include what the casting is, what its capabilities are in terms of its rigidity. We've spoken about thermal displacement, so if the machine does grow, this machine can accommodate that. And when we look at what it can deliver from a machining perspective, if you're cutting exotic materials, this casting is capable of dampening the vibration to make sure you get good surface finishes and you maintain accuracy. We've got a programmable tailstock, which in itself, when you look at it, it's huge. And we've also got on this machine a FANUC OI control. So if you're used to G-code programming and you're used to a popular FANUC control, you want a large heavy-duty turning centre with a 4th axis in terms of a Y-axis capability. This machine should be considered. So other areas of interest on this machine include, as standard, it's a 15-inch chuck. You also have a 117.5mm bore or bar capacity. So if you want to bury shafts down the spindle, you can do up to 117.5mm. We mentioned the turning length, which actually on this machine is over 2 meters. And the swing over the bed is 975mm. So you've got almost 1 meter of swing. And when we look at a cutting diameter, which is all important, we've got 620mm in cutting diameter capability. It's always impressive to actually be able to take the guards off and look inside and then look at where the spindle's housed. And you can actually see the meionite casting here, which is a tubed casting, which is a one-piece casting. So that demonstrates the build of the machine. But also looking at the spindle motor here, it's huge, 37 kilowatts, so plenty of power. Finally, the gearbox. This machine does have a 2-stage gearbox, as you would expect with a machine of this size. So whatever the demands, whatever the requirements, when you're looking at machining, turning, heavy-duty cutting, this Samsung 45LY could be the machine for you. And this is actually available from stock at Gearbox. You can see this on their website or visit mtdcnc.com.
For more videos, products and news, go to mtdcnc.com or follow MTD Online on Twitter.